Hello, starseeds, humans, hybrids, aliens, robots, anyone watching this. Hello, hello, hello. I get so giggly every time I press record because I'm like, I get to be a crystal and transmute higher dimensional information to anyone watching this. I am grateful that you are here sitting in front of me receiving these vibrations. I am merely speaking through what I hear, what I feel, what I see. I don't know what's going to come out, but I do know that I am radiating higher dimensional frequencies that are coming through my body, through the screen, into your body, upgrading your DNA, unlocking you to the highest potential version of yourself, to the highest frequency timeline of your life, reminding your soul of your divine heritage as a star being, reminding your body that you are capable of so much more than this physical world, reminding your heart that it is leading the road, leading the show. Leading the road. What is that about? Your heart is leading the road. I guess that's the message of the day. So let's spark. Let's get sparked. Let's get excited. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for transmuting through me for these wonderful people watching. And today we are going to talk about dreams. Dreams. I talked about in my last video, the fourth dimension, right? And I dabbled in this idea that the fourth dimension is the dream state, that we are truly traveling in a different dimension while we sleep. But this video is going to really go into depth on how to use the dream state as a channel. Like I said, I have people reaching out to me being like, how can I communicate with my guides? How can I communicate with aliens and higher dimensional beings, etc. And the first thing I say is finding an art of meditation for yourself so that you can quiet your mind. But for those of you who really can't get to a place of meditation yet, the dream state is the most incredible tool for transmuting, for channeling, for experiencing a connection. When you are sleeping, your mental, logical brain that is usually ruling you in your wake state is asleep, right? So you don't have as many mental barriers to making that connection. Your mind doesn't have to try so hard to figure out how could that be possible for you to communicate with higher dimensional beings because it's asleep. So with that out of the way, you are so much more open and receptive to receive communications. Now, the fourth dimension, as I said, in the dream state, is an actual dimension that you are journeying into while you sleep. Your physical body is asleep, but your astral body, A-S-T-R-A-L, is traveling interdimensionally. And it is connected to your physical body by a silver cord. So as I mentioned in my last video, if you're woken up unexpectedly or you're like pulled out of your sleep for some reason, a lot of the times you're disoriented. You're like, what am I? Where am I? What's happening? Because where you just were in your dream state, in your fourth dimensional journey, was so real that you get tugged back here. And that silver cord tugs the astral body back into your physical body really unexpectedly, right? That's why sometimes you're like, when you wake up, because you're like, that was not expected. And I will just side note mention that silver cord is what connects your physical body to your soul. So when people die, that physical cord is actually severed so that your soul can transition to the next phase of its journey outside of the physical body. So that's how powerful this silver cord is. It's your life source in a way. And that is how powerful your astral body is on the level that like all of your layers of your body need to be aligned in order for you to be a living, functioning human being. Now, I've mentioned it in the last video again as well, but you have more than just the physical body. You also have the etheric body, the causal body, the astral body, the mental body, the emotional body. You have layers of your soul that are made up in your auric field. And So to think that you are just this like physical vessel is limiting you in how powerful and expansive you actually are, because you actually have all these other layers to yourself. And these layers journey, right? Especially the astral body, it journeys into the fourth dimension while you are sleeping. So how can you use dreams and the dream state to be a channel of higher dimensional wisdom? I'm going to tell you. They're going to tell you. Let's see. What should I say first? I'm excited because dreams have been so powerful for me, and I'm going to share my own experiences after this. But okay, so the first step in activating your connection to higher dimensional beings and higher dimensional wisdom is by making an agreement before you go to sleep. So the last thought in your head after your prayers or your meditations or your books or your cell phone use, whatever, when you are ready to close your eyes and go to sleep, if you can make a conscious agreement with your guides by saying something like, while I sleep tonight, I am giving you permission to show me a higher dimensional message and help me remember it when I wake up in the morning. So that's a very general statement. I am open to receiving a higher dimensional message and help me remember it when I wake up in the morning. That is you telling them that you not only are open to receiving higher dimensional wisdom and communication, but you want to remember it in the morning. It's very important. You have to remember it in the morning. And if you ask them to help you, they will. Now, play around with this and make it suitable for you. So for me, every night, I actually ask a specific question of something that I was dealing with that day, or something that, I have trouble grasping in my life, some kind of problem. Before I go to bed, I will address my guides and I will say, please, while I'm sleeping tonight, in my astral experiences, show me what I'm supposed to be doing in this situation. Please give me an answer and help me remember it when I wake up in the morning. Okay? So I ask for a very specific answer to a very specific question, and I announce that I'm open to receive the answer and that I want to remember it in the morning. And since I have started doing this, almost 9 times out of 10, I get the answer in my dreams. I kid you not. I kid you not. Okay? I have opened the dream world up in such a way, personally, that I can get absolutely any answer that I want now in my dreams if I make that agreement before I go to bed. So step 1 is make some kind of agreement or ask your guides a question and give them permission to show you, and then give them permission to help you remember it in the morning. Okay? These higher dimensional guides that are here and ready to help us and communicate with us, they can only do that if we give them permission, because we have free will. They can only make contact with us if we give them permission, if we ask them and invite them. So if you want to start communicating, invite them, ask them that the most highest light beings communicate with you. Okay? So ask and give permission before you go to bed, and ask to remember it in the morning. Now, here's the second and most important key. You have to write down what you remember as soon as you open your eyes. As soon as you open your eyes. I don't care if you need to fucking check your phone, or you need to do a meditation, or you need to work out, or you need a glass of water. I don't care. Nothing comes before writing down what you remember. It doesn't matter if it's one word. It doesn't matter if it's one image. It doesn't matter if it's a whole jumble of things that don't make sense. You write it down. And I'm telling you, I cannot stress enough, it has to be the very, 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 very millisecond that you open your eyes. Okay? That is when you still are fresh with all of this information. I have learned through experience, even merely taking a sip of water or going to the bathroom, I lose it sometimes. It's like I will wake up with such strong information, and if I don't write it down immediately, it will leave. Okay? journal. Keep it right next to your bed. I keep my dream journal right next to my pillow so that even when I'm still half asleep, I reach down, I grab my journal, I put it on my bed, I open it up, I click the pen, and then I open my eyes and I write. Okay? So that's the second key. I can't find words. That's the second but most important thing, is writing down what you remember as soon as you open your eyes. Now, I hear a lot of people say like, well, I'm not a dreamer. I don't dream. I don't remember my dreams. I get it, okay? But the more that you do this practice, the more you will remember. You will start with a couple words, right? It might be weird and not make sense. But after days of that and weeks of that, you will start receiving full-on downloads. I have been dream journaling consecutively every day for almost 6 years straight at this point. I have so many, I'm just going to grab some of my journals just to show, like, I have so many journals. Okay, like, these are only a small portion of my dream journals. I can go and look at an exact date and recall an exact dream for the last 5 to 6 years. And what I have learned from dream journaling is that these standard notebooks are the best, for me at least, because my dreams now have become so long and extensive that I often fill out like 3 to 4 pages per dream. So the bigger notebooks have become the best ones for me. I just got so excited about showing you my dream journals, and I'm sure half of you have shut off the video because of that. But I'm speaking from personal experience that the dream state will tell you everything you want to know ever. I'm not going to go into insane detail, but what I will say is every huge happening in my life I can trace to an exact dream entry. Okay? Let me tell you, like, even like losing the love of my life to an affair, I dreamed like the exact, like, what this girl looked like, the woman that he, you get it. I dreamed what she looked like years before it happened. It's like my older sister getting pregnant. I dreamed it years before it happened. With such detail that there was no denying that dream was a premonition of what that was to happen, what that was to come. And sometimes you dream something and it doesn't happen for years to come. But I truly believe that accessing the fourth dimension, accessing the dream dimension, is a form of accessing the Akashic record. And your dreams and your experiences are foreshadowing something that is going to happen, or something that has happened, or something that might be happening in another lifetime. But every single detail of it is important and will be relevant to you at some point in your life. Now it's to a point where my dreams are so exact that I know what's going to happen in my life like weeks before it happens. And it's wild. It's happened to me so many times now. I believe it and I trust it. Dreams are one of our most powerful portals to higher dimensional information. Now, some dream journal tricks. I'm just going to tell you, this is irrelevant to the power of dreams, but in case it matters to you, I will write down like what happened at the top of the page, so that, and the date, so I write down what happened in the dream, just like a little sentence or two, and the date. So now when I'm going back through these like dozens of dreams, oh, this one's empty, haha. When I'm going back through through these dream journals, like even some dream journals are like specific and like have like breakdowns or whatever. But now I'm sucking at coming up with examples. Okay, my point being is now I can go to the exact page and the exact date and know what the dream was about without having to read the whole entry. And that has become a source of like indexing for me, because now I'll go back, like I'll have a dream or something will happen in real life and I'll be like, oh my God, I dreamt that, and that was from 3 years ago. And then I'll go through that journal and I'll be like, oh, okay, it was this dream right here on this date, because I had like the highlight. But I'm digressing. I just think, like, as someone who avidly dream journals, I have found the easiest way is to just get a standard notebook and write the topic at the top of the page and the date, and then like Write as much as you possibly can. Write as any single detail you remember. Like even down to like, and the guy that spoke to me at the cashier had a blue fingernail. That stuff matters. It might seem stupid or silly in the moment and you might want to bypass it because you're lazy or you're tired. It's the morning, but don't do it. Write down as many details as you can because it all makes sense in real life as it happens. It's just symbolic. So much of our dream state is symbolic. So much of the messages you are going to receive are symbolic. Okay, so it's like, I'm not saying every single night you're gonna have this like profound answer, but I'm saying the more that you practice this as a skill, the more that you give your guides permission to communicate with you in your dream state and then ask to remember it in the morning and then write down absolutely everything you remember, you will start to see a correlation. You will start to see how the dream state is so powerful. Okay, I'm sure like 3 people are watching this video at this point because it's so discombobulated, but I don't care because dreams have been my most powerful tool of communication. Okay, now I'm at a state where I'm open enough and the veil is lifted where I can communicate regularly just by sitting here and seeing and receiving. But before that, I tuned that skill through my dreams, through allowing my dream state to be a phase of communication. It is so, so, so helpful to keep a dream journal. So I'm going to tune back in because I feel like I just went apeshit for no reason. But, I'm laughing because my ego is like, oh my God, you opened up an empty notebook. Now everyone's going to think that you like have all these empty notebooks that you just held up, whatever. It's not true. Anyone who knows me in my personal life knows that I dream journal like it's nobody's business. I just happen to pull out a blank. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, and then that just shows I'm not trying to edit anything or whatever. I'm being so caught in my ego and they're laughing at me because I'm getting really insecure. What is the point here? Yeah, okay, they just said to create a new relationship with your dreams, to look forward to your dreams, to have a sacred relationship with your dreams, that your dreams are your teacher. It's not something to be taken for granted. And those of you who don't dream, don't worry. If you start doing this, you will start dreaming. I promise. I literally promise in every ounce of my being. But you have to do it. You have to ask before you go to bed and ask to remember it in the morning and write down everything you remember when you first wake up, even if it's just like the tree was red. Doesn't matter. The more you do it, the more your dreams will be activated and the more that you will go deeper into the 4th dimension and the more that you will come back with that information. Yeah. I just keep hearing like create a new relationship with your dreams. Approach your dreams as if they are a crystal ball and that everything you want to know in life can be accessed through your dreams. What would your life be like if that could happen? And in that, I just want to remind you what they're saying is like, you are everything that you need. You are your teacher. You have all the answers inside of you. Our society just programs us to believe that all the answers are outside of us, but they're all within us. So the dream state is the way that we can access all of that. We can access all of our divine wisdom within us that is like dormant right now. We can access it in the dream state. I'm so tempted to not use this video and just re-record it, but I'm not going to. Because I said what they wanted me to say, and that is just like create a new relationship with your dreams. Treat your dreams like they are sacred and actually treat it like a ritual. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to feel lazy sometimes because you're going to be so tired when you wake up, but treat it like a ritual as the same way you do about working out or meditating or eating healthy. Start making your dreams a part of your daily routine. Okay? That is, if you want to receive higher dimensional information. And with that, when you start noticing information come through in your dreams, acknowledge it. Wow, that was so powerful. I saw this blue stone and then I saw it in this, situation that just happened yesterday, and like acknowledge it and make that correlation, because then that allows your brain to accept this idea that you are receiving higher dimensional information. And another message that just came through is fucking burps. What is it? It just came into my head. Make the correlation, acknowledge it. Oh yeah, don't be shy about investigating your dreams. You might have some elaborate dream or a simple dream. Google it, the meanings, there's a lot of information on the internet. You don't have to believe everything that you read, or buy some dream interpretation books. Investigate it. If you just had this elaborate dream about, for me, I always have a dream that I'm like, I have so much gum in my mouth that I can't get it out and I can't speak properly and I just can't get the fucking gum out of my mouth. It means that I'm not using my voice. I'm not using my power. I'm not speaking my truth. Like, simple things like that stand for something. So Google it, research it. What was that elaborate dream you just had? What was that simple dream you just had? What could the meaning be behind it? You will get answers. You will get answers. If you are seeking them, you will get them. Okay. I love you all. Whoever's still watching this video, I love you. Thank you for watching, and go dream. Dream, 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 to dream, dream, to dream, and then dream, journal, 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 and then we can have a little dream journaling club, and we can compare all our dream journals, and it'll be so fun, and I promise that things that happen to you in your dreams are a premonition of what's to come, or a symbolism of what you need to work on in your soul. It is all interconnected, and it is all real. It's happened to me so many fucking times. It's scary at this point. All right, not scary, never scary. Just like every time I have a dream and it's really intense, I'm like, oh shit, how's this gonna happen? How's this gonna happen in real life? Oh goodness. And I also get really excited about a lot of things. So I'm gonna silence, sending you one last dose of like incredible, juicy, yummy, nourishing love. And I will see you in the dream state, in the fourth dimension.